CIO News. I am Afreen Khan, your host for the broadcast and head of operations at CIO News. This is our exclusive fireside chat powered by Avaya on transformation through customer experience. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. I'm very excited to invite my guest for today, Ms. Jijy Oommen, who is the Chief Technology Officer at Aavas Financiers Limited. Jijy is a visionary business technology leader and digital architect who thrives on building and transforming robust and scalable technology architectures across diverse organizations. With deep specialization in retail, BFSI, and fintech spaces, she brings a wealth of expertise and a track record of success in driving high impact technology and digital transformation programs. Welcome, Jijy.
Thank you so much.
I also have along with me Mr. Chirag Pankaj, who is the account director at Avaya. Chirag is a seasoned enterprise account director having over 14 years of experience in implementing successful sales strategies and motivating highly galvanized teams to produce significant results. He has a distinguished background in solution sales to drive revenues across multiple sales organizations, adept at designing and executing effective sales strategies to build and nurture sales funnel. Welcome, Chirag.
Thank you.
So let's just dive in. And, Gigi, my first question to you would revolve around technology. Of course, we know that, with the current growth in technology, how important is it to migrate to the cloud and what factors do you consider while migrating to cloud?
I would definitely love to talk about cloud, but this is something that I have been evangelizing for many, many years. I mean, I am one of the earliest adopters of public cloud in the country, taken the lead in deploying ERP in cloud way back in 15, 26, 16, when public cloud was not so popular in India, but of course, it worked well for me. So I'm a big evangelist of cloud transformations, and over the last many years, I've been working quite extensively and promoting, the migration of workloads to cloud. And I'm still doing it. I'll keep doing it because it is a phenomenal opportunity for the CIOs to bring in transformations at a very, very fast pace, because today the world is so agile, right? So earlier, a project cycle used to be a big projects used to take anytime between 2 to 3 years till few years back. But today the life of a technology is not more than 2 to 3 years. So things are moving so fast, and you can't afford to have a plan which can actually technology plan which can actually stay right for 5 years, because when you have to buy anything and deploy on premise, you need to plan and provision for 5 years, and you're buying the hardware upfront, deploying it, and then you managing it. But today the scenario is very different, right? So every second month you need to deploy one or the other applications, and you don't know how long that application is going to stay with you. So it's always better to bring in something which is, and public cloud has, and in particular, I'm quite a big fan of public cloud because it makes your journey much more seamless. You buy when you need, you you bring it down when you don't need it. Even when I mean, right now we are working on multiple cloud platforms. So we are running a true hybrid cloud infrastructure here, right? So with all the leading cloud providers, because if there are certain reason for you to deploy certain applications on certain cloud, right? So so the thing is, today uh, the biggest benefit is that when you are launching a new application, you don't need to wait for the infrastructure to come. You can spin your infrastructure overnight, build multiple instances of the infrastructure, whether it's you need two set of test infrastructure, then production development infrastructure. So you don't need to kind of feel constrained anymore. and the time that it takes for doing the technology evaluations, procurements, deployments, all those situations are all over, right? So definitely, I think the agility and the flexibility are the two leading reasons, I would say, where the cloud is definitely making a big difference.
Yes, because as you said that technology, if you want to launch a new application or a new platform internally, I think waiting for infrastructure setup to first come in and then you implement, I think that cycle is needs to be shortened, considering the fast turnaround time of delivery and also the kind of the technology lifespan also has reduced. We know that upgrades and updates have been happening almost like in months time and sometimes even on a daily basis. So yes, and also we have the digitization piece coming into the picture. So for that you definitely need an infrastructure which is highly scalable and readily available. So on that note, Chirag, I'd pass it on to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for your great insights on the cloud that you told. I would like to ask, as Afreen mentioned about the digital channels, how would a company deliver superior experience through digital channels? What are your inputs on it?
I mean, see the last last couple of years, right? I mean, at least last 2 to 3 years, we have seen a paradigm shift in the technology adoption at a population scale, right? This is fueled by multiple reasons, I would say. So, one, of course, is COVID. So, with COVID coming in, we all have understood how to work remotely, how to live, how to do everything that you need to do being remote, right, without having to go to a bank or to any other entity for that matter, right? Then the second thing is, right, as a country, we are far more matured when it comes to our technology infrastructure and ecosystem, with India Stack coming in, with UPIs, payment gateways, all the industries. I mean, healthcare is another sector which is innovating a lot. All industries have phenomenally digitally innovated now, and this is going to continue only, right? So there is a huge demand from the digital consumption point of view. On the other hand, organizations have also recognized that technology is a very big differentiator in their journeys in terms of improving the efficiencies through hyper automations, making customers to do a lot of activities that today otherwise your employees would be doing, which will lead to a lot of efficiency, right? And the cost optimization, and then in the whole journey, customer experience is one big factor, right? Which is something which you deliver as a value to the customer, right? So with all these aspects, I feel digitization is something which is an unavoidable element for any business uh, across all industries. Of course, your degree and nature of digital adoption may vary, but I don't think any industry can be spared today and say that we don't need to adopt digital, right? So so now when it comes to your question was like, how do we deliver, right? I mean, it's all uh, for every industry. There are certain standards, right? I mean, when I talk about financial services, we are into retail financial services business, right? And in retail financial services, it's a high touch business where you need to have regular touch with customers in terms of the services. Now in the lending business, our relationship with a customer would last for maybe 8 to 10 years at least, and during that course of journey, customer needs regular information support, the customer needs regular services, and we also need to make sure that we maintain the right kind of connect and relationship with the customer so that the stickiness would stay. And the other factor is that the businesses like ours, thrive on referrals. And if a one happy customer can refer many happy customers for you, right? So I think from an importance perspective, yes, digital is something which is definitely a need. And on the other side, there are many ways and means you can make these services available to customers. Like, we have opened many channels for our customers, right? If a customer needs certain information or services, they can do that through our app, customer app. We have conversational chatbots on our website. Customers can even go and talk on our social media handles, on our website, WhatsApp, IVR enabled call center. So there are so many emails. So today we have enabled omni channel for our customers, right? Where customers can come wherever it is possible, they can self service. And if still, they need to talk to someone, there are certain requirements which are required to be fulfilled through some in-person connects. We raise the tickets, can be raised, and then the customer service team would reach out to the customer. So and I think it's not just only about our journey. I think industry wide now everyone is moving towards omni channel, a kind of a journey, right? You start your journey in one channel, but you may end the journey in some other channel, right? But the customer should get that seamless experience of dealing with the organization. And in that process, the system should be enabled to capture that information seamlessly, store that information, make it available, and learn also. Because today you are living in an AI world, where everything is AI enabled. These interaction histories, the pattern of the customers' behaviors, they all can be a big a big tool for you to predict the customer needs in future, and be more proactive when it comes to the to understanding the needs of the customers and serving them. So information is basically a gold mine today, right? But of course, we have been able to quite significantly deal with this extremely well, and we are quite early adopters of the digital and technology to enable deliver customer service. So yeah, it's been a phenomenal journey.
Well, rightly said. Those were great insights on the digital channel adoptions, and very rightly said as well that no matter the degree of adoption, digital is very important for the GTM and also measuring customer success. On that note, I'd like to pass on to Afreen for the next question.
Thank you, Chirag. And Gigi, you mentioned certain keywords: customers, experience, omni-channel, seamless experience. Now, that is exactly what I want to know more from you. We know for a fact that all the technology, all the adoption of new technology, and in fact, these, the ways and means of driving customer experience that we kind of adopt, ultimately it's for customer retention. And we know for a fact that a happy customer is the best mode of marketing. So, when we talk about customer experience measurement, how do you measure customer experience? Or if you can probably share some tips on how customer experience can be enhanced using technology. Like you've already shared a few pieces, but if you could throw some more light on it.
So first of all, it's hard to measure. uh, Different organizations use different metrics to track customer experience or customer satisfaction. Some may use some customer satisfaction surveys. Some may use net promoter score. Some may use certain outcome based measurements. But in our business, as I mentioned, right, the referrals is very important aspect. And as I said, we significantly depend our business. We significantly depend on the customer referrals, and we do have. That's a great opportunity for you to optimize your acquisition cost, right? So one is your customers' retention for the long term will definitely be a big, big measure of success in customer experience. Second, how well the customer is able to customer advocacy, right? A happy customer is able to talk to the rest of the world, right? That I how satisfied I am with this particular brand, right? And the most important thing in our life is that we are into helping people to fulfill their home aspirations, right? And for us, the biggest joy and happiness, when we see that someone who does not have a home, or someone who is living in a very small house, right? When we see that person, you know fulfilling their aspiration by moving to a bigger home, or building his own or her own house, and see the family is happy. So for us, that's another very important factor, right? But largely, what I feel is that, I mean, it's important that the references, or the customers, your regular interaction with the customers, the repeat businesses, all are definitely something that we do track on a regular basis. But at the same time, on a periodic basis, we also do the customer satisfaction surveys to make sure that systematically we capture the customers' feedbacks, and then work on it to fix some of the or concerns, or improve our areas of various different areas of service improvements. And of course, it gives us holistic insights, right? So it's a combination of the outcome based business outcome based matrices, and at the same time the customer satisfaction surveys. We do also do welcome calling to our customers to make sure that in the process of customer acquisition journey, the customer has been able to get the right level of service and seamless journey with us, right? So it's a kind of, and as I mentioned, right, every business has their own way of measuring customer satisfaction.
Yes, and also in your earlier comments, you mentioned about information being a gold mine, because there is a lot revolving around AI, and how do you use AI to kind of enhance the different aspects of businesses across industries. So that is something that probably Chirag would take a cue from. And over to you, Chirag.
Yeah, I was actually wanted to talk about AI, and as you mentioned while you were answering the digital channel question, would like to know that the current buzzword is AI and Chat GPT. So, how large organizations like yours try to use those means to bring efficiency on table and better the time to market for customers? So, how you are using those channels?
So, Chirag, we do use many AI use cases in our business. But in particular, ChatGPT and generative AIs, we are working on certain experiments to see that how we can leverage some of these new trending AI engines, particularly ChatGPT. But from my research, it's coming out very clear that ChatGPT is a fabulous platform for content generation. Of course, the areas where you need to generate a lot of contents, it can definitely be very helpful, especially in the marketing area. Maybe we could train our the models to basically um, enable customers to get answers to their queries in a more dynamic and customized manner without human interventions. So it could give a more uh, dynamic um, use cases of chatbots, right, for customer service. It could even be, I would also think that it could help us automate a lot of our internal service operations, right, service processes. employee help desk, service, tech service help desk and things like that. And of course, customer service desk, as I talked about. So, and a lot of personalizations could be possible. And I'm a great fan of generative AI, and I really figured out that it can create fabulous personalized contents, right? So we are actually looking at the possible use cases of generative AI and ChatGPT. Of course, we have not yet productionalized anything, but it's work in progress.
Great, great to know about the thoughts. And yes, that's the buzzword right now, and a lot of organizations are still looking into that, how to use it in a better way and reach out to their customers. Sure. Thanks for your inputs.
Yes, and we also know for a fact that there has been a lot of debate around the fact how AI can be used ethically, because people do have a difference of opinion there on that note. So, thank you so much for your inputs, Gigi. And with that, we come to the end of our session. So, Gigi, any last words for our viewers or any best practices that you would like to share?
No, I think it's been definitely a phenomenal journey, and I think we are in the best times when it comes to the technology space. Technology has become highly consumerized now. I think the awareness levels are very, very high, and this is the best time to be in the technology space. Technologies have become far more simpler than it used to be before. The implementation cycles are much shorter. You have much better connected ecosystems available for leveraging. It's no more the technology in silos. Everything is connected. So I think this is definitely a fabulous time that we are in, and we all need to make the best of it to make sure that we deliver best value to our organizations and to our customers and rest of the world.
Great, great. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you so much. Chirag, any last words for our viewers? Any best practices from your end?
First of all, thank you for your time and answering all the questions. And it was great insights from the digital channel, AI, and customer experience measurement side. And it is great to know that companies are adopting new technologies to better the time to market and giving good and better services to the customers. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, both of you. It was a really insightful session and particularly revolving around the digital transformation piece. I think, yes, it was great to know all those details. Thank you so much.